Welcome back to Peril Pending, where today we're talking about Reform's fondness for Jimmy Savile. Yes, in a curious twist, but I'm sure one many people could have put a good bet on, it turns out that members of Reform, they're pro Jimmy Savile, which is odd. It kind of flies in the face of what a lot of the top brass at Reform UK are saying about their fondness for protecting women and girls, despite many, many other things. But yeah, weird one, and we're going to get into it today. Today's article is from the Byline Times by Josiah Mortimer, and Max Colbert, and it's titled, Reform Councillors Pose with Banner Saying They'd Rather Vote for Jimmy Savile Than Labour. Let's get into it. Here's the picture in question. Quite striking. I would rather vote for Jimmy Savile than Labour. Yep, you're going to see this one pop up quite a lot, but just take it in. This is the picture that, they don't want you to see, and we're going to get to why in just a second, and the curious defence. Two Reform councillors were photographed posed with a sign saying, I would rather vote for Jimmy Savile than Labour, during campaigning for the Makerfield by-election. The election that just keeps on giving when we want just lovely little morsels about how shitty Reform UK are. Gemma Painter, the original poster, appears to have since deleted her Facebook profile after the post was spotted by activists at Reform UK Exposed. Nothing says I'm innocent like completely deleting your social media platform. A second Reform councillor, Lillian Rogers, was also pictured with the banner. Both councillors were elected alongside Rob Kenyon in May's local elections for Wigan Council. These people are just chock-a-blocked full with those working class heroes that really care about women, girls and the working class. After the banner was criticised online, unsurprisingly, Reform-friendly accounts circulated claims that it was AI generated, posting what they said was the original and blaming what they call a far-left account for causing trouble with disinformation. Reform Chairman Lee Anderson, the MP, even posted the same claim and supposedly the original image on X. But if it was a far-left account that did it, then why did the Reform campaigner delete her social media profile? But anyways, let's have a look. That version of the image, denying the original mention of the late paedophile Savile, appeared to show the banner saying, I'm voting Rob Kenyon. However, the Reform logo in the picture has a logo appearing to be written in Russian text, Cyrillic, strongly suggesting it had itself been crudely AI manipulated. Moreover, Kenyon's face is different to those on the other banners, unlike the Savile version. This is the one in question. So this is what Lee Anderson posted. This is apparently the real version, not the version that you saw earlier. And I do have to say, it in fact looks like this one is the AI generated. We're going to get a closer look. Now it's a bit pixelated because I had to zoom in, but a few things to note. One, it's really, really flat. You know, like if you look at the bottom, it's incredibly flat. Now that could just be me. There's many other issues with this, but that could just be me. Another issue, the Union Jack flag. What's going on there? That like on the left hand side there. That what even is that? That's yeah. It has that many white lines in the Union Jack, of course. Then, of course, we've got Rob Kenyon in the middle there. That's not him. That's a different person's face. And finally, where it's supposed to, I assume, say Reform UK, it's, if you look at it compared to the other, I suppose, the smaller one being held there by the lady, the arrow is a bit warped. It is not as pointy as you would expect, and the text does appear to be lower. But let's have a look at a side-by-side. So this isn't the one on the right here. This is what the people in Makerfield who were voting for Reform UK were holding up. You can see it here. The two ladies are, well, one of them, the blonde lady appears to be holding a variant. The brunette is holding what I'm showing here. Now, just compare the faces. Compare the faces there. The arrow is bloated. There's no Union Jack. There doesn't appear to be a Union Jack on any of the Reform memorabilia, apart from this one flag, apparently. And also, that is quite clearly a different person in the one on the left. Multiple pictures have been shared of the Savile image from different accounts, showing Reform activists posing with it outside residents' houses. Another also depicting the Savile version was photographed attached to the back of a local supporter's car and being driven around Makerfield. Here we go. There's another one. Is this also AI generated? Why isn't this one got the flag on it? Oh dear, it happened again. Somebody else holding up the sign, but I guess this one must be also AI generated. Original copies of these two images have not been supplied by anybody, not Lee Anderson, not Nigel Farage, not anybody else from Reform. So, you know, your guess is as good as mine as to which one's real. The sign's apparent creator, who could not be reached for comment, classic, taking a page from Nigel Farage's book, claims Reform activists saw the sign online and wanted to take a photo with it. Reform councillor Gemma Painter then shared a photo with the sign on Tuesday, the 15th of June, which was met with anger from some residents, and her account was subsequently disabled. Nothing to see here. Makerfield campaigner Joshua Hindle, of Wigan for Progress, told Byline Times, the reaction from a lot of Reform activists has been to deny it ever happened, claim the images are AI generated, and then take those photos and recreate them in AI to make it look like the poster was something else entirely. From my sense of things online and how it's playing over a lot of community groups, the voters or residents aren't buying it. They're fully aware that was a genuine flag, a genuine picture. I don't think Gemma Painter would have removed her profile the way she did otherwise, so it's not flying well at all. Hindle added, this is coming from a campaign that has tried its best to weaponise anything about protection for women and girls, and then they go and make light of one of Britain's most prolific paedophiles. It's a slap in the face, not only to the victims of Jimmy Savile, and an insult to voters in Makerfield, but to simultaneously try to virtue signal about one issue, then make light of it in another area when it suits their campaign. As soon as Reform saw the blowback, they evidently scrambled to delete the evidence, which comprises a fairly clear pattern of behaviour at this point. Obviously, we're all aware that at the start of the campaign, Rob Kenyon himself deleted his social media amid revelations about previous sexist posts. Painter and Rogers were contacted for comment across multiple platforms, but did not respond. Both appeared to have blocked the author on WhatsApp after Byline Times got in touch. I should just call that the Reform UK response button, because this is what they do. This is what they do. They are very clearly just trying anything to get some attention on social media. I'm going to leave these two up here for just a little bit longer so you can really take it in. You can really assess what's going on here. And honestly, comment below if you find anything else that looks askew or odd in this picture. I think I managed to get them all, but let me know. But at the end of the day, Reform UK are not a serious party. You wouldn't use Jimmy Savile as a way to try and get people to vote for your party if you were. You cannot campaign to say that you want to protect women and girls, and then, in the case of Nigel Farage, not speak up when they're murdered, not speak up when they're raped, and then not speak up about the members of your party when they're using Jimmy Savile in the campaigns. Reform UK are only out to help themselves.